What's something old-fashioned that you still like it? Find all the secret numbers hidden in the video and post it in the comment with your username to get a chance to win a $50 gift card each month. Those big CRT TVs, VCRs, VHS tapes, cassette tapes. IDKY. Just nostalgia, I guess. Riding bikes always feels kinda old-fashioned, but I love it. CDs. More than willing to pirate movies, TV series and stream music, but I will go the extra mile to get my CDs. Writing notes on paper instead of note-taking apps, and using paper maps. I love downloading songs and playing them on my MP3 player instead streaming. Streaming is cool too, but having them downloaded is cooler. Wearing a non-digital watch. I think it's classy. Staring down at a phone screen isn't classy. An old-fashioned upholstered footstool to rest my feet on while sitting in the reading chair. It's nicely cushioned, comfortable, and covered with decorative needlepoint that was lovingly crafted by my grandmother. Books? The paper kind you can hold. Are they old yet? I hate looking at screens to read. Free speech without a mob trying to shut you down for say things they don't like, wanna hear. Wearing a wristwatch. Even when I'm doing something on my phone, I'll still check my watch for the time. Unfortunately for me, I prefer digital watches, and it's getting harder to find ones that don't look cheap or smart. Watches. I hope my current one never dies, because I don't know if I can find a replacement. Some older songs like Old Cape Cod, The Night Has 1,000 Eyes or La Vie en Rose. I love physical pictures. I spend money to print off any of my digitals that I love and put them in albums. There's just something special about a photo album. Writing letters. I love having physical copy of memories. So I also love journaling and photo albums. Reading an actual book, as opposed to reading from a screen. Dressing up for dates, dinner outs, and even things like bar crawls. I'm not even that old, late 30s, but I think it's nice dressing up. I see too many people dressing way too casual for events like that. My clothing and hairstyle. I don't try to be in trends with fashion, rather wear what's comfortable. For me, same goes with my haircut and keeping a beard. I generally try to satisfy myself rather than world. TBHIDK how it's old-fashioned or something, but still. Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. Both underappreciated today. Less than 350 parts per million carbon in the atmosphere. Etiquette. Like pearls in strands of odd numbers, etiquette. Not please and thank you, manners. I just find it charming and sometimes even useful. Pipe smoking, my '98 Jeep, writing with my fountain pen in my notebook. Non-digital appliances. I feel they last longer and are easier to fix. Bonus if they were made in the good old days and will probably outlast me. An atlas. Keep one in both cars. So handy if there's an accident ahead. And everyone's nav app of choice is sending them all the same way around it. I like old-fashioned cameras. I started a collection of different types of cameras from 8mm to Polaroids to the one video cameras that take cassettes. Physical media. I still buy vinyl, CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays. Slip-joint pocket knives. There is really no point to them anymore as modern styles. Steels and locks are superior and safer in every way. They are just purely aesthetic to enjoy and use. I guess they are a bit better as an office knife, very non-threatening in appearance as long as they are small. Leather jackets. denim jeans and a rockabilly pompadour. The formidable proficiency and cunning acumen of a group of Japanese ladies I played mahjong with prior to being constrained by lockdown was simultaneously exhilarating, modern in our camaraderie of several nationalities, ages, and evocative of the solemn formality of a Kyoto tea house. We recommenced playing online, but the ambience and fervor isn't as palpable. Cars. Manual, front engine, rear drive, no driving aids. Best driving experience. Cash money. Don't really trust Venmo and hate PayPal. Have family out in the country and near a ski resort, so I go there almost every weekend in the winter with my friends. They never have cash and always borrowing it from me. That Amish dude selling maple syrup doesn't have a laptop with a credit card scanner. Wet shaving with a single blade safety razor. Got into it a few years ago and love it. I have a straight razor too, but need to get it sharpened before I can try it. I didn't even live in the era, but recently I've grown insanely fond of cassettes and Walkman. Came here for 1800s references and instead got hit with the fact that most Redditors think life in the 90s is old-fashioned. The slave trade. It's alive and well. And thriving. More slaves exist today than at any point in history. You know, I came in here to say this. But then I remembered the fact that if you make an old-fashioned with maple syrup instead of sugar, water pestled in the bottom, it's pretty damn nice. So that's an update on something old-fashioned that is still enjoyable. Is that old-fashioned? My family has always been doing that, and ITV's been the norm for me for basically all my life. I got rid of the last CRT TV in my house by giving it away for free. And good riddance. It was a 32 inches sharp flat screen CRT. And that thing can absolutely fuck off. It was something like 80 pounds. No handles for easy carrying. And just a gigantic box if it wasn't already super annoying to relocate. Daily use for minimal input delay. Tank strength. Never die. Afraid of magnets. I love CRTs. I have my old CRT hooked back up for retro gaming. One of my favorite things to do is sit in my car in the driveway while smoking a bowl and listening to baseball on the AM radio. There is no better way to unwind after a long day. There's a unique kind of freedom in riding a bike. Makes me feel like a kid again. Common in many places in Europe, especially Netherlands and Denmark. Yup. Never had problems with my wired headphones pairing. And you remember things that you wrote down by hand better. That, and if the band is on Bandcamp, the money you spend on the MP3s is sent to the musicians at a much more favorable rate. Agreed. I have 2 watches, both analog, that I wear, one dressy, on casual. I never put anything on my wrist more than in willing to break. I've broken so many watch faces it's become a subconscious hobby of sorts. So it's only plain-looking cheap watches for me. Can still find some nice fancy-looking ones for less than $50. I'm a big watch guy as well. I only wear automatics. I have a Beater Seiko diver as a daily driver, beater, and a Rolex for dressed-up occasions. You can say whatever retarded thing you want, dude. But people are also free to disagree with you. They have free speech too. Funny how that works. Freedom of speech isn't freedom from being told to fuck off.